Do not underestimate the power of liking your own presence. If you have big goals for your future, you have big dreams, you want to make big things happen, then you need to understand that being alone is part of it. Not a lot of people are making big things happen, so you're not going to be surrounded by a lot of people. And when you can learn to accept that you're going to have to be alone and actually start liking being alone, start liking your own energy, your own company, then you will feel no need for other people and you will be fully immersed in this process. Because it is a long process and it's never ending if you're doing it right. So then liking your own energy is what's going to keep you on this journey, on this path, and it'll make it so much more enjoyable. I know that it's not a normalized thing to talk to yourself, but genuinely, if you like yourself, then you talk to yourself. You talk to yourself. You say small jokes and you laugh quietly because you enjoy your own presence. And that's a good sign. Okay? So if you do talk to yourself, then you're not alone. I do it all the time, and it's a good sign. But how? You might be wondering, how do I start to like my own energy? Well, first of all, as somebody who used to be a huge extrovert and I wanted to constantly be surrounded by people. A lot of people that used to know me know that I was a party animal. I used to party all the time. I was extroverted, extremely extroverted. I would talk to everyone. I had friends everywhere. I knew everyone. I was a very extroverted person. And I hated being on my own. It's funny because the time when I had the most friends is when I was the most miserable. And so circumstances forced me to have to leave all of that, to have to finally sit in silence with my thoughts. And with time, patience, and intention, I can now say that I like to be on my own. I like my own presence. I would rather be on my own than be with other people. And that is a very powerful thing. Because nowadays, nobody wants to be on their own. Nobody wants to be by themselves with their thoughts. Everyone wants to be constantly distracting themselves. Another factor is there's a difference. You can like being on your own, or you can be on your own and constantly distract yourself with movies and TikTok and food. So then you're not actually enjoying your own presence. By enjoying your own presence, I mean complete stillness, no distraction, just you. Just you and a page. I like to write because to me, that's my own presence, my own words. I'm interacting with me. Or talking to yourself. Going somewhere private and talking to yourself. Or just sitting in stillness, sitting in silence, and liking that. There's nothing more powerful than that. So the way that you do that is, I'm sorry, but it's by doing it and sucking, okay? It's by starting and it being incredibly painful because you're going to be facing some emotions that you've been running away from. And then with time and patience, then you'll keep getting better at it. There's no secret to it. God, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that there's a secret way to like being on your own. You just have to start doing it and sit through the discomfort, and eventually you'll start liking it. Eventually, after enough time, I promise you. But you need to just get through the discomfort. I constantly get how questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I like being on my own? How do I get out of this relationship? How do I do you not realize that you can just do it, but you don't want to do it because you're scared of what's going to happen when you do it? Do you not see that? So really, you need to stop asking how. You need to stop asking how, because all of the how questions, you know the answer to most of them. Seriously, you know the answer. You just don't want to sit through the hard feelings and the embarrassment or the failure or the discomfort of doing it. So you're looking for a little shortcut here and there, some pretty little words that will help you feel like, oh, there's a way that I can avoid all of this discomfort. But you already know how to do it. You already know how to do it and you know it, okay? Nonetheless, some tips that I would say is be as raw, authentic, and honest with yourself as possible. Because at first it's going to be a pain in the butt, but it is going to be so rewarding because you're going to discover so many things about yourself that you never knew. You went all your life not knowing these things about yourself. And when you know these things about yourself, then it gives you confidence, it gives you power, it gives you you learn to understand your brain. And so when you understand your brain, then you know what you like and what you don't like. And then you know how to do certain things in a way that you can actually enjoy them. And you start to make life more enjoyable to you. So that is why it is so powerful to know yourself. I could talk about that for hours. I'm definitely going to make a video on that, a separate video on that. But it's really important to know yourself clearly for anything. But yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, to like being by yourself, because nobody does. Really, so many people don't. It's a very small percentage of people who do. So you need to learn to sit in silence. You need to learn to like discomfort. And how do you learn to like discomfort? By sitting in it, by doing it, and with time you're gonna like it. Literally, like there's no secret. Like there's no secret cheat code, okay? God, stop asking for a secret cheat code. You don't want a secret cheat code. Thank you so much for watching my video. I love you. I love you so much. And always remember, do not fear, for God is always